Good grouping on the last two. Keep your sight picture steady and focus on the trigger press.
You might have seen a prior video. This is a retake. We're talking about, and I'm probably gonna shorten this video to be a lot shorter. So I'm talking about with situations as instructors where we have access to or can find access to training aids in order to reduce the amount of time and liability and mitigate issues with reference to accidental or negligent discharges in a classroom with a firearm. And what I showed you guys before was something like this. This is an airsoft. It's similar or identical to one of the guns I train people with. And this is something good to have in the classroom where you can spend, I would say, more than 80% of your training time hands-on, going through fundamentals and learning how to move, learning how to aim in, draw. There's a lot of things you can learn to do, or you can teach someone on, leading all the way up to when you start actually going hands-on with a firearm and live ammunition. There are things like, for instance, where you're going to do malfunction drills and you're going to use snap caps. And those are things that I would say is when you push that out into the range and you focus on a lot of the things that you have to do with a firearm and live ammunition. But what I'm talking about with what I'm referring to is this: you can spend a lot of good quality time with your students, with airsoft, or there's a lot of products out there. There was where I formerly worked at, I bought my instructors SIRT pistols, and it's great. You can actually get more done in the classroom and not have any firearms at all in the classroom. So that classroom is secure, safe, and that you can actually observe student behavior and how if they have medical issues or things that are going on with them that prevent them from doing certain movements or functions with a firearm. You can observe all that and track that in the classroom in a sterile environment. And then once you're ready and you believe your students are ready, and you've reached that stage, now you take them out to the range and you start doing hands-on with the firearm and live ammunition. I like snap caps. I think that snap caps, which are plastic bullets where they don't have any, they're inert. They are great tools as well. But what I'm getting to is that especially when you look at the ratios of student to instructor and timing, sometimes it's of benefit that you focus all your instructors, for instance, on the live fire range portion of your training. So that way, like for instance, you can have 1 or 2 instructors in the classroom teaching a class with, I don't know, anywhere from 10 to 20 students. As long as there's no live ammunition or firearms, you should be just fine throughout that whole class. Then now you also have to consider if your learners, your students, are new to the firearm realm, or even people that have been in the business for a while and they may have bad habits. So you start going to the range, you're going to want to have that, instructor to shooter learner ratio. So then that way you can actually observe and be more to a point where you're certifying that they actually know the expectations and the fundamentals of manipulating that firearm in order to render it safe, in order to clear a malfunction, in order to get on target, and in order to, you know, place rounds on the target in an acceptable degree, that they actually pass a test, that they can demonstrate that they're a good marksman. Um, we're not looking for snipers. We're looking for people that can put rounds on target and don't hit people to the side, left or right, or beyond. That they actually shoot and aim in at something that they actually intend to shoot. Not, you know, these are basic fundamentals of firearm safety. So tell me what you think. This is a retake. I could do this on and on, but I think that this one probably came out better with reference to what I was trying to explain. Um, I'm open to suggestions. In different media outlets, I get different responses. So sometimes my responses, you may not be aware that other people are answering or asking questions or providing input. So anyway, look forward to hearing from you guys. Talk to you soon.